audience, welcome to this block story video. I figured I would make one just for fun, and also the block story community isn't really that big, and there's not much videos out there, at least that are very informative. But there are people like Accelerator, for example, who are very informative on specific topics. He makes tutorials, he's got everything, but I figured I would try my take on a a tutorial-esque, not really tutorial, but I just wanted to share something with you guys. This is a method for killing Shiva, which is a boss in Block Story. She spawns in the jungle, and she spawns pretty far away, and it's the further away from spawn that you are, the higher level creatures are, which means that Shiva's gonna be really strong. She normally has like around 12,000 health, but you can kill her easily given the fact that you have good material, and by material I'm referencing enough to make a Mech Pet. So in order to make the Mech Pet, you have to make, let's go into the recipe book, you have to make 2 engines, a cannon, what's it called, a rocket launcher, ventilation left and right, legs left and right, and then a car body and a computer, which are pretty expensive to make. You need iron blocks, iron, graviton, you need to get pipes and obtainium bars, the radar, more iron, more fuel, and then you need generators, wood, more iron, and then for the car body you just need wood and iron. And so one tip is that iron isn't so hard to find if you're in space. If we go to space right now, you'll see that there's a lot of iron. If you go to the first layer of space specifically, there would be a lot of iron. See, the entire floor is made out of iron here. And one thing that's important to note is that you take the right iron, because some of the iron might be colored, and I'm pretty sure it has to be specific, but you can't stack differently colored iron. So that's one thing. And so anyways, afterwards you also have to get graviton, which you can get by killing visitors. What I would suggest if you're trying to kill visitors is using life magic and a pet if you have one. You just gotta be careful because they do hefty damage, but life magic is actually their weakness. Any other magic, I'm pretty sure, heals them, so, or just makes them stronger, so don't bother with that. Here an alien should spawn, a visitor. Oh, wait a bit, I'll probably just cut this out. Oh, there's a visitor. Alright, so here we have the visitor. I'll use my Mech Pet for now, but if you use life magic, it does 200 damage. And then the Mech Pet, it shreds it. But that gives you graviton. It doesn't give you a lot, but you just need to grind for it, and that's it. Next thing you want to do is you need to find the Source of Life. Source of Life has a daily quest in which you have to fight the Dark Boss. So here it says, Dark Boss has returned, even more powerful than before. You must defeat him to restore peace to our land. And if you do so, you'll get 30 rockets. But since his daily quest is bugged like some of the other guys, it instantly counts. You just have to kill the Dark Boss once, and then it'll count from there on. It's the same thing with Ted, with the Scary Giants quest, which is for the T-Rex. But anyways, you just have to talk to him again. He says, I'm glad to hear of your triumph over Dark Boss. Place these rockets in the mech's inventory to have proper use of them. So then you get the rockets right here. So rockets are used with the mech, as mentioned. And first off, let's talk about the leveling up your mech. So the best method, or the method that I like to use, maybe it's not the best, but right here I have a bunch of Aragog spawners, and at first, oh, that voice crack. At first, the mech isn't going to be that strong. He's going to be pretty weak. He won't do as much damage, and he'll have little health, but what you'd want to do is lower the Aragog by yourself until he's low on health, and then let the mech finish it off, and it'll level pretty fast. But over time, its leveling will get pretty slow, and he'll get pretty strong. But I believe it's up to level 15. I don't remember, but up to level 15, he'll actually start shooting rockets. So if you put rockets in his inventory, he won't use them until he's the right level. But anyways, let's put some rockets in here. I'll give him these jungle tree plants and give him the rockets. So once you have the rockets, you could go ahead and go to the jungle. So let me just sleep so it turns to day. Well, I'm hungry. That's okay. Anyways, let's go to the teleporter. So you can tell that you're in the jungle based off of the appearance and the people who spawn there, or the entities. Jungles normally have these types of trees that have, like, you know, hanging leaves like that and everything. So yeah, I'd say the easiest way to find Shiva is by getting on top of the trees, not too far up, but you know, enough because Shiva could really spawn anywhere. And there's the new update gave I think, but it gave a way for the bosses to be a little harder by giving them the ability to teleport. But anyways, we found our Shiva. So now what you can do is just take your Mech Pet and then just let him shoot rockets at her, and that'll be good enough. So basically we just wait a bit. That's it. You have to be careful if she teleports, because if any entities get stuck, or enemies for that fact, if any enemies get stuck, then they'll teleport so that they have a chance, you know, to fight you. So they might teleport on top of you, which is why you have to be careful. I mean, that's what just happened with the Mech Pet. But anyways, the rockets do a lot of damage. Normally they do like 500. It's really good. It's really powerful. So you should take advantage of the rockets. And yeah, the best thing you can do is try to find a space where the trees are close to each other so that the Shiva gets stuck. Once again, as mentioned, you have to be careful that the Shiva doesn't teleport, because she will. In that case, you just have to lure her into more trees. But I'll find another Shiva so I can demonstrate again. Alright, here's our Shiva. As you can see, she spawned up here, but that's okay. We just have to lure her into a space that she can't get through, and we could fight her. So like here, the leaves, they're pretty closed off. So I think that's good enough. We could spawn our mech, maybe right here. But you have to be careful because the mech might just shoot into the leaves, and that'll waste rockets, and you don't want to waste those. Okay, she teleported away. We just gotta find her again. Oh dear. Yeah, there she is. Just lure her into the same spot. There she is. And again, make sure that your Mech Pet isn't too close. Otherwise, Shiva will hurt him, and it'll hurt. He'll probably die. And there's an example of why you don't want to waste rockets, because once you run out of rockets, he'll just try to run at the Shiva, and that'll hurt the pet more than it hurts you. So just be careful for that. Be aware of how many rockets you have, because it's always better to do this safely from a distance in the cheap, dirty way, rather than having to fight it like this, so that I don't have to waste too much resource. Just eat a dragon heart. And luckily she got pretty low. She was at 400, or I mean 4,000 when we ran out of rockets. And she's stuck in the tree, which is kind of funny. But yeah, she's almost dying. She's almost dead. She could still hit me from there, so. Or maybe not. Silly game. Whatever. We'll find her. Where do you go? Okay, maybe she's gone. Oh no, there she is. Also, one thing I'd suggest is having a jetpack. I do have a jetpack, but I like wasted all my graviton. I had like 1,000 graviton, man. It was a shame. Anyways, yeah. Okay, I'm about to die, but that's okay. I'm kind of slow. Obviously, health potions and mana potions are really useful. I also ran out of those, so I'm just sticking with Dragon Hearts. Which, with the Mech Pet, given the fact that you have rockets as well, you could just get a bunch of Dragon Hearts with it. And if you're fighting like a regular red dragon, like from Hades, then that thing will die in like a second with the Mech Pet, so as long as you help out your mech. Anyways, there we have it. Shiva's dead now. And Shiva's is a pretty useful boss. She gives you a lot of good loot. Mutagen is useful for the replicator and the destroyer, which unfortunately I don't have the replicator achievement yet, but I needed that so that I can make the replicator and replicate those amber bricks, because boy, that's hard. But also she gives you a lot of angelic swords, which are also pretty important. I got lucky here, she gave me like healthy angelic swords, but what I'd suggest is once you get those angelic swords to repair them. It's not hard to make hammers, and it's not hard to be patient. So just wait for them to repair and you'll have a good set of angelic swords. And they're pretty hard to make because you need a lot of electrite, which again, if you have rockets, ash core will fall really fast. So yeah, anyways, we have the loot. You could just take this home and put some mutagen in my goodies chest. And I'll put some stuff here. Let me get rid of this trident somehow. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so now you just put an angelic sword in here. Since it's pretty healthy, it won't take long to repair it. But one thing to note is that, and it's a pretty simple concept, but you can't stack unless they're full health, basically. So yeah, just be aware of that. But yeah, that's the method I use to try to kill Shiva. Again, the best thing you could do is have rockets so that your mech kills her from a distance. And if you run out of rockets, just try your best, I guess, you know. So yeah, that's my method. I hope you guys found this video useful. Maybe these are things you already knew, but yeah, alright. Have a good day, everybody.